Hello. Good hello, everyone. Good day. Good time zone. It's the afternoon for me, so I'm going to say good afternoon. Hello, Lofty. How's it going? Thank you for coming along. We are indeed playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I would have been a little bit quicker, but I really wanted to drink a cup of tea before the stream, and what actually happened was I ended up just sitting there trying to drink a cup of tea that... It is. It's just because all of my woolly sweaters, bar one, which I think is a little bit too seasonally themed for right now. How do I take my tea? I'll tell you how I take my tea. I take it with 1 flat teaspoon of sugar, very strongly mixed, and then you dump a whole load of milk in it to cancel out how strongly you mixed it. So, it's very milky tea, but it's not weak tea, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not one of those people who goes, a dunk, and then throw away the tea bag. I'm not that person. I'm like, mash, 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 mash. And then lots of milk. So that's how I take my tea. And listen, you know, no one, like, people are allowed to have their tea however they want. I just won't necessarily drink it. 4 times the sugar. I used to be 4 times the sugar myself. I got used to it. You get to a point where it says, Sally, thank you for the... Why do you have that emote? Who gave you that? Oh, it's Wayne. That makes sense. Of course, Wayne has a Seto Kaiba emote. Yeah, we better get started, because I started late, and I'm going to have to finish pretty much on time, because I've got to go do a thing after this stream. So, let's not waste any time. Let me know if you can hear the game. You should be able to. It's looking like you can't hear the game. I hope that's not the case. Let's have a look. That looks like it's not making any sounds. You can hear a game? Okay. I think my Streamlabs crashed a couple of times. It is stringy. Could go down a little? I can bring it down a little. How's that? Yeah, it's very synthy. It's like it's trying to give you the mystery. Yeah, we're playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists at Pervoses, set during the War for Pervoses. Alright, let's get into this. I'm really glad I drank a hot drink and made myself really flustered from drinking a hot drink just before I have to do a bunch of voice acting. I'm not what you'd call a voice actor. Now loading. I don't remember what the load screen times were like on this game. One thing to be said about Haven is it didn't really have load screens. England, 1480s. The Wars of the Roses, a power struggle between the houses of Lancaster, the Red Rose, and York, White Rose, to decide a royal successor was nearing an end. With the Yorkists well win the lead, the reign of Richard III was but a step away. And in France, Yugi, brackets Henry Tudor, was the last Lancastrian heir, and being being forced to live a life of exile. Yeah, no, I don't remember if it was war plural or war singular. I don't think this game cares. The Lancastrian forces were rendered powerless by ancient cards of sorcery, wielded by Seto and his 7 followers who, known as the Rose Crusaders, served under the flag of Lord Crawford, a powerful Yorkist nobleman. Lacking a duelist to champion their cause, defeat was imminent for the Lancastrians. In England, duel card games were still at the fledgling stage. Thus, the Lancastrians had to look elsewhere for a duel master capable of facing the Rosenkreuz in battle. Rosenkreuz? I would assume it's pronounced like that. I feel like if in England we'd probably call that Rosenkreuz, but I would call it Rosenkreuz because it looks German or maybe Dutch to me. I'm going to say Rosenkreuz. With this in mind, Margaret May Beaufort of Lancaster Margaret Beaufort was a real person. I'm pretty sure she was like Henry VII's mum. Sorry for spoilers for the War of the Roses, but Henry Tudor wins it and he becomes Henry VII. Rosenstein and Gildenhall? Love that. Yes. With this in mind, Margaret May Beaufort of Lancaster secretly requested a high druid to summon a duelist from another age. Woo! Magical mystery things. We gotta summon a duelist from another age. I think it's me. Alright, I have to do a voice now. I think it has to be Scottish. if I recall correctly. Anyway, yeah, there he is, Simon McMahon. Ooh! Summoned from a mystic circle of red and white roses, the one capable of harnessing pure power. There was a truth to the legend of a rose duelist. Lady Margaret, I did it! Now I have the means of defeating the evil forces of Rosenkreuz. Oh, my apologies. In my excitement, I'd forgotten I was in the presence of a rose duelist. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Simon McMahon, High Druid and Servant of Lancaster. It's good music, I like it as well. May I be so bold as to ask the name by which the rose duelist would like to be known? Let's see, how many characters am I working with? I would like to be Rambler, because that's my name on stream. Let's see what this is the wonkiest looking L I've ever seen in my life. It's like, I'm an L! Look at me! Kind of just looks like an upside down J. Anyway, Rambler. It's me. Rambler! A fine name indeed. Don't expect me to keep up this accent. It won't stay. Now, here's the situation. The year is 1485. You are currently in Stonehenge, near Salisbury, England. I know that. I've been past that place multiple times, en route to other places. It's right by a main road. England is in turmoil, with the House of Lancaster's rightful claim to the throne being challenged by the Yorkist usurpers. I don't mean to be, it's just the accent, I don't know what accent to give him otherwise, he's clearly Scottish. The power struggle is referred to as the Wars of the Roses, a name based on the badges used by both sides. A red rose for the Lancastrians and a white rose for the Yorkists. Right now, our kingdom is threatened by the Yorkists, and their wrongful claim to the throne. Fair. All because the Yorkists enjoy the support of the Rose Crusaders and their sorcerer's right rose cards. Using our red rose cards, we summoned you, Rambler, to this day and age. I remembered I've got to... Because I'm one of these Jonathan Ross type people who says they're ours with a wispy ridiculousness, but I've got to get the eroticness into it. We hope that your dueling experience would be able to defeat the Rose Crusaders and lead us into victory. You will help us? Of course you will. Foolish of me to even doubt where your loyalties lie. Rumor has it that only the legendary Rose Duelist stands a chance against the power of Rosenkreuz. We appreciate any help you can provide against them. Before I forget, I should warn you that the rules to dueling differ here from those of your age. Yeah, this is... Don't worry if you don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! The regular game. This is not Yu-Gi-Oh! The regular game. Here in England, dueling is governed by what is known as the perfect rule. Of course they call it the fucking perfect rule. Of course, that's... Trust the English to decide their own weird little way of doing things and go, no, ours is actually the best way of doing it. Ours is... Don't listen. Like, of course this is a country that's about to invent the Church of England. This country. In addition to several minor distinctions, there are two major differences. One is the existence of movement or positioning. The other is the deck leader concept. These are two aspects of dueling that were lost in the process when the ancient sport of duel monsters was adapted to cardboard. How do you know this? Are you some kind of weird time-traveling wizard? The perfect rule represents these lost rules that were miraculously revived here in England. Oh, I think they probably mean like ancient Egyptian rules or something. Perhaps a practice duel will serve better than an explanation. Shall we? Yeah, okay. I don't remember how to play this game, so we might as well. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Simon. We've got to play this game. Simon McMahon. I'm not going to do the accent for these tutorials. Let's start with the basics of dueling. First, let me show you how to summon a monster. Lofty, because they ran out of people in their own time period, so they had to get someone from the future. To bring a monster into play, you must summon it from your hand to the field. Now, let's draw a card from your deck. It's me, I'm Dark Magician, from the video game. Currently, the card you're indicating is your deck leader, the Dark Magician. Let's order your deck leader to operate your hand. You can do this by selecting your deck leader and pressing the square button. See the blue square? That's the area where you can place your summoned monster. Let's place the monster in a position directly in front of your deck leader. Line up the cursor by pressing the up directional button and then press the X button. I think they meant to say then press, but... Look! There's creatures. This is your current hand. Apparently, there's only one monster in your hand that can be summoned to the field. This is because summoning a monster requires a certain amount of power. Yes. Stars. The spot currently indicated is where your currently available summoning power is displayed. At the start of a duel, you have 4 summoning power points. This amount will increase by 3 every turn and can accumulate up to a maximum of 12 points. When a monster is placed on the field, summoning power points equal to the monster's level are expended. Your current summoning power points total 4. So I can pick this guy. Hence, the only monster card you can summon to the field is a level 4 monster, the Celtic Guardian. Yes, there's a card. This is an actual Yu-Gi-Oh card. He's called Celtic Guardian. He doesn't look very Celtic. My can? Yes, your can. The dark cards are the monsters that you are unable to summon this turn. Now, let's summon the Celtic Guardian. First, move the cursor over the Celtic Guardian and press the X button. At this point, if you wish to cancel your selection, press the circle button. To enter your selection, press the X button once again. I don't think we're going to get very far in this game, but we'll see. By that I mean today. You've now summoned the Celtic Guardian, and the card is ready for battle. Now, let's attack your opponent with the Celtic Guardian. To control a monster on the field, you must first activate the card you wish to move, which is this one. Hey look, it's Blue Eyes White Dragon from the thing. Yeah, no, Celtic Guardian, not Gaelic Guardian. This Blue Eyes White Dragon is your opponent's leader. Let's try to attack the enemy leader. First, let's activate your monster by lining the cursor over the desired card and pressing the X button. See the yellow square? This indicates a space where your monster can be moved to this turn. Your opponent's deck leader is directly ahead. Let's move straight into the space. To move your monster, you must select your destination with the cursor and press the X button. It's just not letting me control it at all. The Celtic Guardian advanced 1 space, completing its move for this turn. Monsters can only move once per turn, however a deck leader's summoning does not count as a move, hence the monster can move immediately after being summoned to the field. Since there's nothing else left to do this turn, let's end your turn. To end your turn, press the start button. And then Blue Eyes Baby over here does this. From this point, it's your opponent's turn. Your opponent is summoning a monster and preparing to attack you. Oh no, we're being attacked. Aw, it's a baby! It's a baby dragon. Now it's your turn. There's an enemy monster heading your way. Let's use the Celtic Guardian to eliminate the threat. To attack your opponent's monster, all you have to do is move your monster into the same space occupied by the enemy monster. A monster attacking another monster is referred to as a battle. The outcome of the battle is decided by the attack and defense factors of the respective monsters. Putting the outcome aside, let's attack! Remember how to move your monster? Yes? Let's do it! Alright, we're doing it, we're fighting. Whoa! We're doing it! They died. I'm sorry I killed the baby, I had to. You've eliminated your opponent's monster and moved one space closer to your opponent's leader. However, your opponent is now aware of your monster's strength and will probably bring a more powerful monster into play to retaliate. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone. I had to do it to him. Now, let's take a look at the factors that govern the outcome of the battle. Here's how your attack played out. Your Celtic Guardian was in the attack position. Your monster automatically assumes the attack position whenever it is moved. The attack position indicates that your monster has either moved or attacked. A monster that doesn't move and holds its position is said to be in the defense position. Currently, your Celtic Guardian and the opposing baby dragon are both in the attack position. The outcome of a battle is decided by comparing the strengths of each monster. In this case, both monsters are in the attack position, hence the attack factors of both monsters are compared, and the attack of the Celtic Guardian is 4,000, the attack of the baby dragon is 1,400, the attack of the baby dragon is 1,200. I need to, if I'm going to be doing this text-heavy game, I've got to learn how to read. Ooh, that would be fun. Sadly, I don't think it is. As a result, the baby dragon is eliminated and the attack difference of 200 is applied as damage against your opponent's life points. Now, let's take a look at what might have happened if the opposing monster was stronger. Let's say your opponent had a Komuri dragon in play. With an attack of 1,500, the monster is much more powerful than your Celtic Guardian. When you attack this creature, your Celtic Guardian is eliminated and you suffer 100 points of damage to your life points. What if the attacks were equal? Well, let's say a winged dragon guardian of the fortress number 1, yes, that is the real name of the card, with an attack of 1,400 is brought into play. What happens? Mutually assured destruction. Both monsters are eliminated and neither player suffers any damage to their life points. Now, let's take a look at defense position. Alright. Hard Armor is a monster with a high defense factor. The card is currently horizontal or in the defense position. A monster set in this position cannot move or attack. In battle, the defense of a monster in the defense position is used to decide the outcome. Although the defense of Hard Armor is fairly high, it is nothing compared to the attacking Celtic Guardian. Let's attack the monster. Hard Armor is eliminated. Note that eliminating a monster in the defense position will not inflict any damage to the player controlling the eliminated monster. It's because it's defending. It says, I'll lay down my life for you. Now, let's see what happens if the defending monster is Aquamador. This card has a defense of 2,000. Ooh! Joey Shayna, thank you very, very, very much for following. This is Joey, it's like from Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is the game that I'm playing. Your attack is countered and the 600-point difference between the attack of Celtic Guardian and the defense of Aquamador is inflicted against your life points. Oh no! Since your attack failed, your attacking monster is driven back to its original position. Ah, you got bumped! What if you attacked a Rocco Grotto number 2, whose defense is equal to your monster's attack? Does it die but they don't lose any life points? That's my guess. Though no damage is applied to your life points, your monster is forced back to its original position. That concludes our lesson on battle outcomes. Good. Now let's continue with the duel. Alright. As you recall, your Celtic Guardian successfully moved into a position where it could attack your opponent's leader. Your opponent's leader is unsupported and defenseless, leaving it wide open for a direct attack. A direct attack is an ideal opportunity to inflict major damage to your opponent's life points. Attacking a leader will result in inflicting life point damage equivalent to the attacking monster's attack factor. Let's try a direct attack. The procedure is the same as setting up a battle between two monsters, and goes like this. You have now inflicted 1,400 points of damage to your opponent's life points. You're now on your way to victory! This is a much slower paced game than Mario or Haven. As you can see, it is important to avoid direct attacks as much as possible. You should act immediately whenever any enemy monster is approaching your leader. I will. I'll be very careful, I say. However, currently you're winning. However, your opponent may retaliate. With this in mind, summon a monster with high defense points. Let's use this monster to protect the front of your leader. Since it has a high defense, place it in the defense position. To set a monster into the defense position, follow the same step as movement and set the cursor over your monster card and select it for a move. Now press the L1, R1 buttons to toggle between the attack position and defense position. Alright. Giant Soldier of Stone. Be careful that you don't move the monster to its destination space, as this will automatically set the monster into its attack position. Note that a monster card summoned on the field is initially placed face down and is hidden from your opponent's view. The card will be flipped face up whenever it is attacked or attacks an enemy. You may also manually flip a card face up. To do so, select the card for a move and press the L2, R2 buttons to toggle the card face up or face down. Once you have the card in the desired position, press the X button to enter your selection. However, you should note that a face-up card cannot be returned to a face-down position. That's why you should be very careful when you manually turn a card face-up. Gotta be careful. Woo! A Wingaling! Your opponent has now summoned a Kaiser Dragon, a powerful dragon-type monster. You don't have a monster that's strong enough to withstand an attack from this creature. Fortunately, you have a magic card on the field that's capable of stopping the attack of dragon-type monsters. Do I? Where? Oh, here I guess. Dragon Capture Jar. In fact, this magic card is capable of preventing the movement of all dragon-type monsters on the field. Let's use the magic to stop the opposition and focus on continuing attack on the opponent's leader. You can trigger a magic card by flipping it face up and completing its move. Flip the card face up in the manner described earlier. The control inputs are the same for magic as those for monsters. Let's try activating a magic card. Duel! We're dueling. I've got a dragon capture jar as opposed to a dragon capture. It's really a dragon capture card, but it's not the capture card I'm using to... Look, he's been neutralized. The opposing monster's been neutralized with a magic spell. Now, let's go after the enemy leader. I'm not even playing this, I'm just watching a tutorial. You missed my good Scottish accent. A duel can go either way. At times, you may find yourself cornered by a cunning opponent. There will be occasions when there's nothing you can do but accept defeat and go for a rematch. You may surrender a match by pressing the select button. That's when you've just been got. But don't give up too quickly. That is fair. A well-played card could easily turn the tide of battle in your favour. Oh, John, by the way, if you need a lift for the thing that we are mutually about to go and do, I'm happy to give you a lift there and back, if you need. That's very real-life stuff, though, so I'm gonna stop talking about that. That concludes our lesson on the fundamentals of how to battle in a duel. Are we going back? Are we going back to the cut? Okay, I'm gonna have a drink before I start doing Simon McMullen's good accent again. Oh no, we're still... Oh hey, it's Exodia. Now let's take a look at how a duel is settled. There are 4 individual conditions for deciding the outcome of a duel. One condition is to reduce an opponent's life points to 0. That's absolutely fine, bees. You can go sleep. It's very late in the day for you anyway. Your Celtic Guardian is about to execute a direct attack on your opponent's leader. Since your opponent only has a life point total of 1,000 points. Night bees! The damage you inflict will reduce your opponent's life points well past 0. In short, you're about to emerge victorious. The following example is a more complicated situation for which the life point 0 condition applies. Let's have a look at this complicated condition. In this scenario, the life points of both players are 500 points respectively. Your opponent has a not too powerful monster, or not too powerful needle ball monster in play. However, the monster has a special ability. When a monster is eliminated in battle, it automatically inflicts 500 points of damage to an opponent's life points. Strength-wise, the Celtic Guardian is far stronger than the needle ball. Now, let's look at what happens when you attack this monster. As you can see, the life points of both players have been reduced to 0. The result is a draw match. In this manner, the outcome of a duel is decided after all the triggered effects have been taken into account. What you mean, I mean, this is like medieval times, Yu-Gi-Oh! So they wouldn't be playing this, kind of duel monsters on the back of a bike. Be careful that you don't get dragged into a draw when you have a good chance of winning a match. I'll be careful. No, I won't. I'm going to be a maniac. Another condition that describes or that decides the outcome of a duel is the occupation of summon areas. The areas indicated in blue whenever you attempt to summon a monster are called summon areas. If all of these areas are occupied by opponent's forces, you will lose the match in play. To be more specific, if your opponent occupies all your summon areas at the start of your turn, you lose. If you find yourself surrounded, it is vital that you clear at least one of these areas before your turn is over. If your leader is in this position, that leaves you with only 3 summon areas. When you're at the edge like this, there are only a few summon areas, and if they are all occupied, you'll lose. Depending on terrain conditions, there are spaces that cannot be used as summon areas. In this situation, there are fewer summon areas, and if they are occupied by your opponent, you'll lose. The next condition for deciding the outcome of a duel is LP comparison, resulting from the clock running out on a duel. Wow. The time remaining in the duel is displayed in this location. The number of turns remaining will decrease by 1 following the completion of your turn and that of your opponent's. When the number of turns remaining reaches 0 and both players complete their respective turns, the outcome of the duel will be decided. In this case, the players with the highest number of LPs is declared the winner. Hence, maintaining your lead is a key strategy for the smart duelist. Alright, I've got to be smart about it. The final condition for winning is unleashing the power of Exodia from Forbidden One. It is said that somewhere in this world there are 5 very rare cards known as Exodia the Forbidden One, and its 4 forbidden limbs. Individually, these cards are weak due to the spells that bind them. Hello, Gren, we're talking about Exodia the Forbidden One, who is a card, well, he's actually 5 cards, but we're talking about him. However, once those spells are broken, an unstoppable force is unleashed. To release Exodia from the binding spells, the following steps are required. Exodia for Forbidden One. First, Exodia for Forbidden One must be brought into play as your deck leader. Then, you must position the 4 limbs of Exodia in the surrounding summon areas. Do I have to position them exactly like that? Or, from there, flip over to the attacking position. When you enter into your turn without any spells or controls preventing you from executing a normal turn, Exodia will be freed, and your opponent will face hopeless defeat at the hands of this awesome creature. Here comes the boy. Hello, hello, boy. Welcome. Here he is. We don't get to see him? This concludes our lesson on victory conditions. Okay. I wanted to see Exodia. Just come in with a big fist and fuck up the place. Now let's take a closer look at some of the other details and rules for dueling. First, you should be aware that there is a limit to the number of cards that can be placed on the field. Exodia, the surprisingly accessible one. Listen, accessibility is important in video games. Here is a situation in which several monsters have been summoned to the field. This display shows how many monsters you have in play on the field at the moment. Each duelist can only place 5 monsters respectively on the field. Any attempt to summon a monster that exceeds the aforementioned limit will result in the summoned monster being reduced to dust! Likewise, only 5 spell cards can be placed on the field. I'm so glad I wasn't doing a Scottish accent for the entire time of doing this. You should take care to leave a summon area open so that you won't find yourself in a situation where you are unable to play a key card. Now, let's talk about the consumption and recovery of summoning power points. Summoning power points are required in order to summon a monster to the field. At the outset of a duel, each duelist has 4 summoning power points. Hence, bringing a level 4 monster into play at the start of a duel costs 4 points. Will use up the total available summoning power points for that turn. Summoning power points spent in this manner will gradually recover as time passes. At the beginning of your turn, 3 points will be added. Points that are not expended will continue to accumulate. Nice. 12. However, you will not be able to accumulate over 12 points. Even in situations where the addition of points would exceed 12 points, you will not gain beyond the amount. Some monster or spell cards can significantly help or hinder recovery of summoning power points. Use these to your best advantage. Alright. Now let's talk about spell cards and what happens in battle. When placed face down and unused, your opponent will not be able to tell whether you have a spell or monster card in play. Like monster card, spell cards can be attacked and can initiate attacks. The face-up monster card is yours. Your opponent has a spell card. When a spell card is attacked by a monster, it is easily destroyed. Take that, capture card. Although a spell card can be easily destroyed, attacking a spell card will never result in damage to your opponent's life points. It is the price you pay. Now you have a face-down monster card. In monster versus monster battles, face-down monsters were turned face-up. Here's what happens with spell cards. Munch. As you can see, the spell card is destroyed, but the monster card remains face-down. As a result, spell cards cannot be used to discover the identity of a monster card. The only way to do that is attack with a monster card. Let's see what happens when a spell card is used to initiate an attack. Similar to when it is attacked, the spell card is easily destroyed. Just throwing a jar at them is like, take that! This is still the case even if the monster card is in the defense position. Bad way to spend your cards. The spell card is destroyed. Let's see what happens when you use a spell card to initiate an attack against an opponent's face-down monster card. Although it can't be verified, the card being attacked is a face-down monster card. As in the previous case where a monster card attacked and destroyed a spell card, the monster card remains face-down. Yeah, the dragon capture jar needs to work in specific ways and also not actually touch any of the dragons it's capturing. I've got a drink. Ugh, I'm wrecking my voice with all this tutorial talk. You should always remember that although spell cards are capable of powerful magic, they can be easily destroyed. When you bring a spell card into play, you should move it carefully. Gotta be careful. Now we'll take a look at what happens when your spell card attacks an opponent's spell card. The rules differ from those applied when battling a monster card. First, let's see what happens when you attack an opponent's spell card with a face-down spell card. In this case, the attacking spell card is destroyed. Or the attacked spell card is destroyed, and the attacking spell card succeeds in penetrating your opponent's defense. Initiating attack with a face-down spell card will let you avoid having the card turned face-up when you wish to avoid it. Pardon me. The fundamental rule is that a spell card cannot turn an opposing spell card face-up in a battle. Let's see what happens when a face-up spell card attacks an opposing spell card. It activates. This time the spell card is activated. It's important to remember the conditions for activating a magic card. A magic card is activated when it completes its move face up. Hence, regardless of whether a battle occurs, the magic card is activated since it's completed its move face up. As a result, you should be careful about moving a face up spell card. Okay. Oh yeah, there's terrain in this game. You want to know about terrain? Now we'll discuss terrain effects. The field on which a battle is conducted consists of spaces with various terrain features. The majority of these terrain features have their own unique energy force and often strengthens or weakens a monster. Let's take a look at an example. We're going to look at an example now. Right now, the Celtic Guardian is in a space where the terrain has no effect whatsoever on the card. The result is that both the attack and defense factors remain at 1400 and 1200 respectively. Now let's move this monster card to a meadow space. In this space, the attack and defense factors increase by 500, raising the factors to 1900 and 1700 respectively. Since the Celtic Guardian is a warrior-type monster, it has an advantage when occupying meadow terrain. In this manner, whenever a monster is in its favoured terrain, 500 bonus points are awarded. And this is making my throat hurt. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish I hadn't done the tutorial. But we're in for the long haul. Another added bonus when a monster is in its favoured terrain is increased movement. If a monster starts its move in a favourable terrain, the monster can move up to 2 spaces. A monster card with the increased movement capabilities is noted in this area. When a monster card with this mark is toggled to movement mode, the card's increased movement area is displayed in this manner. Please note that a face-down card is not awarded terrain bonus. This time the Celtic Guardian is face down. Let's try moving the card. As you can see, there is no movement bonus awarded despite the fact that the monster card is located in a favourable terrain space. Now, let's turn the card face up. The power of technology. You can see that as long as the card is face up, the movement bonus can be used. Hence, to take advantage of the movement bonus, you must first turn the card face up and then select the space to which you wish to move. This time, we have a dark terrain space. Yakutenu Megami is a fairy type which is not suited for dark terrain. When not affected by terrain, the Yakutenu Megami cards' attack and defense are 1800 and 2000 respectively. Now, let's move the card into an unsuitable terrain space. The attack and defense factors of the card decrease to 1300 and 1500. In short, whenever a monster ends up in unsuitable terrain, there's a 500-point penalty applied to the card. Since terrain can significantly affect the outcome of a battle, you should plan your destination before committing to a move. It's telling me to use planning. Since we're on the subject of terrain effects, let's talk about terrain with special features. First of all, there's the labyrinth terrain. The labyrinth is an extremely powerful obstruction and cannot be entered by most monster and spell cards, nor by a deck leader. In addition, a labyrinth space cannot function as a summoning area. However, a card that has entered a labyrinth space by means of effects, such as the teleportation, can easily exit the space and enter adjacent spaces. You can also initiate an attack against a monster located in a labyrinth space. That's because Megamind is a god. Listen, this makes sense. Wall Shadow has the ability to freely enter or exit the labyrinth space. It is currently located in the labyrinth space. I like Wall Shadow. Wall Shadow's a creepy little guy. The Flame Swordsman has an attack capability that exceeds Wall Shadow. What happens when the Flame Swordsman attacks the monster located in the labyrinth space? Show me that little creepy guy. There he is. It's got a little creepy face. As can be seen, the opposing monster is destroyed. However, Flame Swordsman cannot enter the labyrinth space. Aside from certain monsters, Labyrinth is a space that can never be entered, making the space ideal for preventing an advance. Use it wisely. Crushed terrain can be entered with no resistance and has no positive or negative effects on most monsters. However, this area is infected with a plague that will attack and destroy powerful monsters. Oh, I gotta read. Specifically, any monster with an attack of 1500 or more will be immediately destroyed under any one of the following conditions. Oh god. Monster is summoned into the crush space, moves into a crush space, is located in a space that is transformed into a crush space, or is in a crush space when either you or your opponent's turn ends. You got the crush. Since the Celtic Guardian only has an attack of 1400, it is not affected by a crush space, since the crush is not activated unless a monster has an attack of 1500 or more. This is a moral, it's that That crushes dangerous. That's what it says. On the other hand, the Flame Swordsman has an attack of 1800 that will activate the crush. Virus infection! 2 PlayStation games in a row with virus infections. The effect of the crush space is deadly. However, there are no restrictions to exiting the crush space and entering into an adjacent space. In short, if you find your monster moved into a crush space by means such as teleportation, you could avoid destruction by immediately moving out of the space. Since the crush space is activated by the attack level, a leader which doesn't have any attack or a spell can move normally in the space. As can be seen, there are various special features for particular terrain spaces. The mark of a good duelist is how well he or she, or they, or any number of other pronouns can use the terrain to their advantage. Come on, game. I know you're from 2003, but... Now we'll discuss spellbinding. Spellbinding is a condition by which a card is unable to move as a result of a spell or other means. When a card is spellbound, it cannot be moved, flipped, or repositioned for attack or defense. Let's see what happens when the Celtic Guardian is spellbound. He's been inverted! Right now, the Celtic Guardian is unable to move due to a spell. The turn count for a spellbinding begins on the turn following the actual casting of the spell. I feel like this probably could have done with some proofreading. So if a card is spellbound for one turn, it won't be able to move in the next turn and regains movement on the turn following the next. There are situations in which a spellbinding can last more than one turn. In fact, there's a very dangerous condition, eternal spellbinding, which doesn't release the bound card no matter how many turns may pass. It's dangerous. At the moment, Celtic Guardian is held in an eternal spellbinding. Under this condition, the Celtic Guardian will not be able to move no matter how many times you declare that your turn has ended. Instead of a number of turns remaining until the card is able to move being displayed, an infinity mark is displayed instead. It is very difficult to break an eternal spellbinding. There are only a few monsters and spells that have the capability to free the spellbound monsters. Aside from the aforementioned, the only other way to free a monster from a spellbinding is to destroy it. Now let's take a look at the most common form of spellbinding, the attribute binding. So it's basically just the type. Look, it's a parrot dragon! There's a parrot dragon in this game. The parrot dragon is a wind attribute monster with an attack of 2000. It is much stronger than the Celtic Guardian. However, the Celtic Guardian is an earth attribute monster, which places it in a more favourable position against wind attribute monsters. We've got Pokemon typing in this game. The advantages and disadvantages of attributes are displayed respectively during a battle. Let's see what happens when the Celtic Guardian attacks. Okay. The weaker Celtic Guardian is destroyed. However, the opposing Parrot Dragon is now spellbound for one turn. Yes, it's yeah. Throw dirt at birds, it'll work, trust me. In this manner, a monster of lower attribute that survives a battle is spellbound in the turn that follows. This rule also applies even if both monsters survive the battle, as in a case where a monster is unable to destroy an opposing monster with a higher defense factor. Attribute differences can be effective when using a weak monster to render a stronger monster immobile. An opponent's powerful monster is in pursuit. You don't have any surprise up your sleeve and your leader is isolated, creating a dangerous situation. Even under such desperate circumstances, a good duelist will bide for time, believing in the summoned monsters and the chance of drawing a card that could turn the tide of battle. Your belief in the luck of the draw could be the key to winning a battle. Among duelists, this belief is referred to as the destiny draw. Depending on how desperate a situation is and how gifted you are as a duelist, you may be granted the opportunity to attempt a destiny draw. It looks like victory may smile on you. This is your chance to draw the card that could turn the tables against your enemy. The destiny draw opportunity is signalled by flashing the area that is normally used to indicate that you can summon a monster from your hand. Drawing when this condition is indicated will usually result in the drawing of a card that will help you in your current predicament, so it's kind of like helping you. Try drawing a card now. Destiny draw! Take a look at the last card that you drew, the card on the far right. It should be a card that will bail you out of the current situation. It's the Dark Hole. Using this card wisely will help you overcome your desperate situation. A Dark Hole basically destroys all the monsters on the field. However, you should remember that a destiny draw depends on the luck and only occurs once in a duel. When it might happen is anybody's guess. All you can hope for is that Lady Luck smiles upon you when you most need it. And that won't happen if your hand already consists of 5 cards. If that is the case, all you need to do is reduce your hand in the following turn, in the hopes of triggering a destiny draw. Imagining a poker game with a destiny draw. Oh my god, there would be fights. Because poker, at least Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't usually involve real money. Poker involving destiny draws, that would be called cheating. Of course, if your deck is low on cards, there will be no destiny draw. Luck is an important element to victory. Even the best duelist could lose without the aid of Lady Luck. That's very nice. You haven't talked about trap cards yet. All cards are deeply bound to the duelist. Your experience is a vital key to strengthening the power of your deck. An indication of this is provided by rank, a record of a card's previous performance throughout all your duels. A highly ranked card will demonstrate the special powers unique to its nature when the card becomes a leader. Take a look at a Dark Magician ranked Field Marshal. I'm looking. At this rank, this card's special powers are extended support range, increased strength for same type friendlies, and weakened specific enemy type. Now, let's take a look at your opponent's leader. Horn of Light, Dragon Treasure. Oh, no. The baby dragon has the following special powers: increased movement and open opponent's card. Since there are various special powers that evolve for each leader monster, we won't be able to cover them all. Good. Please don't. To understand the concept, let's take a look at the baby dragon situation. You know, that thing that happens, the situation with the baby dragon. The best way to learn about the special powers of a card is to raise your own leader and watch it evolve through the course of battle. Alright. I feel like I learned very little there. Oh, Baby Dragon has the power to turn any approaching enemy card face up for open viewing. Oh, okay. Your Celtic Dragon is currently face down and near the enemy leader. Move the card towards the leader. Leader ability activated! The Celtic Guardian is automatically turned face up, revealing its identity to your opponent. This effect will also flip a face-down spell card to the face-up position. This is just a sample of one of the special powers that the leader has. To find out more, you'll simply have to raise your own leader and watch the card evolve as you duel. That pretty much covers the rules of dueling. Phew! Okay, I'm gonna have another drink, and then we get to go meet our friend Simon McMorran again. Finally. I mean, I would also reveal myself if I wanted to pet Baby Dragon. First, Rambler, you must select a deck to duel with. It is important that you feel the vibrations of a deck leader. The minute See, I'm glad I checked. The minute resonations that ring true to your soul. The cards themselves draw their power from the energies of the Ancient Ones. The deck leader acts as an intermediate between the Ancient Ones and the deck wielder. Rambler, it is essential that you select a card leader whose rhythm matches the stirrings of your soul. Here are several decks from which to choose. Give it some serious thought and make your selection. Alright, show me what we gotta do. Choose carefully, for the deck you select will guide the destiny of your duels. Alright, so we got some options. We got Luminous Soldier, which is light, earth, and water. We have Cryuel, who is dark and wind, and they have a lot of, like, you know, fiends and spellcasters and zombies and dragons. Tactical Warrior, which is earth, dark, and light, and the main races are knights. I'm not sure. I've never played with any of these before. I'm currently being drawn towards Cryuel, just because I love nasty beasts, but I don't know. It's hard to because this feels like a bunch of paladins, which there. 4-4, 4-2, 4-2. What do you guys think? Do you reckon are any of these speaking to you as well? Because I'm feeling this little beast boy. This is not the deck that I used to play with, because I went by a different name when I first played this game, and I got given a different. We're thinking beasts. Let's go with some nasty beasts. All right, let's do it. Ah, I see you have selected your deck. So that's the effect of the Celtic Red Rose cards. Well, it looks like there's some truth to the rumor that Red Rose cards are capable of time transformation. Who's there? It's been some time since the Battle of Barnet, old one. Rosenkreuz, what brings you here? Only a member of the Rose Crusaders may call me by that name. If you may recall, I told you only once before that you may only address me as Seto. Or does memory fail you, old man? And you must be the dreaded Rose Duelist. I must admit there's a certain aura of power emanating from you. I'm not giving him a British accent, I'm giving him a 4Kids accent. I'm being Seto Kaiba from Dagobah I remember as a child. I believe an introduction is in order. I am Seto, leader of the Rose Crusaders. There are members of our little group who prefer to call me by the name of C. Rosenkreuz. I ask you again, what brings you here, Seto? Mind your manners, old man. Yeah, it's cool fucking armor. I do love it. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a helmet for the dragon part sticking out, or it's not very clear in the art. What else would bring me here? I've come for the Red Rose cards. After all, it was you who showed me how the summoning capabilities would evolve when the Red Rose cards are combined with the transport powers of White Rose cards. You aren't thinking of attempting the forbidding Rose summoning? If so, then the Red Rose cards must never fall into your evil hands. Card sorcery taps into the powers of the Ancient Ones. By their very nature, each card is a double-edged sword that can cut both ways. Yeah, it does have a bit of asymmetrical pauldron energy as well, and Yu-Gi-Oh is all about that. Rose cards alone harness tremendous power. There's no telling what horrors one might unleash to the world by combining both red and white. Correct, because you would unleash the Tudors upon the world, and no one needed that. That's how slavery happened. Well, it's not exclusively how it happened, but it definitely didn't help. I will sacrifice my own life if need be to prevent any from uttering the spell of doom. The spell of doom. Fool! The 16 red and white rose cards grant power over all. Druid legend has twisted the true meaning of these cards. We Rose Crusaders had sworn to create a utopia free from the ravages of war. We intend to accomplish this with the power of the cards. Hell yeah. And we shall do so by extending the rule of Richard III throughout the known world. See, I mean, that's also bad. By the way, it was clever of you to form a circle of red roses within the white rose barrier to summon the rose duelists. But you were foolish to come alone. This area is surrounded, and if you wish to leave with your life, you will do so only by handing over the red rose cards. Me, a fool? But what about you? Are you fool enough to actually believe that the red rose cards will remain here in my possession? Right after the summoning, I had the cards dispersed among our best duelists to keep them from your tainted hands. I did that during the middle of a really long tutorial. Well, then you leave me with but one option. I shall enlist the aid of your precious rose duelist. You take leave of your senses. And you speak too soon, old man. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Heed my words, duelist. If you wish to return to your proper time period, you will require 16 cards of the red and white roses. The red and white positions must be laid out in reverse of the summoning order to send you home. You know the spell? Since you need the 16 rose cards just as much as we do, I propose a partnership. Help us gather the cards, and I shall guarantee your return after we've achieved our ultimate goal. An absurd proposal. Do you think that the Honourable Rambler would even lend an ear to your ridiculous proposal? I mean, like, I'm thinking about it, you know? Can you be so sure, old man? Let me see. Simon's side has 8 of the red rose cards, while my side, the Rose Crusaders, has possession of the 8 white rose cards. As the numbers are even, simple arithmetic indicates that you can side with either of us. But I'm sure you'll take into account who's winning this war. After all, who was desperate enough to summon you in the first place? I think it's quite clear which side is better positioned to send you home. Rambler! Heed not the words of this power-hungry lunatic! Simon, must you resort to name-calling? I'm hurt. I'll tell you what, why don't we leave the decision to our dear duelist? After all, Simon, the duelist's future is not for us to decide now, is it? Yeah, Simon's got a good cloak as well. Like, everyone's got good outfits in this. Well, yes, but... Splendid! In keeping with the traditions of the old temple gardens, I offer you a choice, duelist. Here are 2 roses. The white represents me, and the red for old Simon here. For the sake of justice, choose the red rose! Stand by my side, duelist. Choose the white rose. So now I get to decide whether I want to... I'm not even from the north. I don't care about York or Lancaster. If only Masjin were here. Like, Masjin's from the north. He'd know which one to go with. Yeah, all card games should be this for... I mean, I think they try. Like, most card games try to be a bit dramatic. It's my last gulp of drink. Hopefully there isn't much more dialogue after this. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the Lancastrians, because it's like, oh, which side would you prefer? No, which side do I want to do first? Because I'm doing both of them. So I think for the time being, I'm going to go with the Lancastrians, and then we'll circle back afterwards and do the Yorkists. How disappointing. Oh well, you made your choice, and I respect that. For now, I will guarantee your safe passage until you've met with Yugi. After all, I don't want our little game to end too quickly. That wouldn't be sporting. I look forward to the day when we meet again, Duelist. Until then. Woo! Anyway, we gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Look at how gold the ocean looks. It's an ocean full of piss. Aha! France, Brest, Isle of Bretagne. Look, we're in the courts of Brittany. Just like in 1,000 Years Or, you're right. So, for those of you who don't know, Brittany is a part of France, which is also one of the Celtic nations. So, I think that the Celtic Guardian could be a Breton. Like, it's kind of like if Cornwall was in France. That's my perspective. Rambler, I present Prince Yugi, last Prince of Lancaster, a true Welshman, and the hopes of he who call ourselves Celts. Am I gonna have to do a Welsh accent for Yugi fucking Moto? I don't think I can do. My throat hurts already. I've been doing tutorial voices for the past hour. And an hour and 15 minutes. Am I gonna have to do a Welsh voice for Yugi? My lord, may I present Rambler, the Rose Duelist. The problem is, my Welsh accent sometimes slips into a Liverpool accent, and I don't want to do that. I know that Yugi and Yami have, their own accents, but I can't. You serve us well, Simon. My mother was wise in summoning you from Scotland. You honour me, sire. Duelist, I am Yugi. Actually, Henry Tudor is my name, but I find it tiresome. You may call me Yugi. I mean, yeah, he's just hanging out. Everyone here is, I think, they're supposed to be like ancestors or something, but they don't actually bother to explain it. I'm sure Simon explained our situation, but it's only right that I request your services. Myself. I need you to return to England and put an end to the threat of the Rose Crusaders. They're white rose cards from a barrier that prevents my armies from... I'm just realising the fact that I gave Seto his Seto accent because, even though it doesn't make any sense because he sounds American in the dub, because I just wanted to do a Seto voice, and now I'm just going off the rails and doing Welsh Yugi. Yeah, I don't think we actually get to go to Cornwall in this game, but I think at some point we do get to go to Devon, so we'll do this. Anyway. Yes, because he was a Celtic prince in the past life. Although that's kind of in a, Prince of Wales thing. You've got to remember, Charles the Third was... I hate that he's... I don't like to remind myself of it, but the artist formerly known as Prince Charles was the Prince of Wales until he's become the king. And I guess the new Prince of... Am I getting confused with... Prince of Wales, Duke of Cornwall? Something like that. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I need to be putting my Welsh voice back on. Their white rose cards form a barrier which prevents my armies from setting foot on British soil. Although we Celts have the red rose cards, we are but inheritors who are unable to wield their full power. In the hopes of reversing our fortunes, we gambled on the Druid legend that spoke of a Rose Duelist. So yeah, he's Welsh and he's hanging out in Brittany, so it is pure Celt. According to the same legend, one must use a deck whose cost is lower than an opponent's to capture a rose card of another colour. I believe it is important that you keep this in mind. The cost of your deck should not exceed the cost of your opponent's deck. I'd like you to note that our resources have been pressed to the limit, requiring us to invade England by August. My troops will land in Milford Haven, Wales, and march on to face the enemy at Bosworth Field. So are they... because Wales... they're gonna have to loop around, I guess, the bottom of the southwest, come back up, and then land in... This is a tonal inversion of Splatoon. Is this because, I don't even know that I can compare the two. Like, they just don't sit in the same space in my mind whatsoever. Oop, pardon me. Having all of the Rose Crusaders out of commission by this time would be ideal, but as that may prove difficult, any reduction of their force would be appreciated. Right then, let us part company and return in Bosworth. Or reunite in Bosworth. Simon will provide you with the details as to where and when we'll meet once more. Luck be with you, Duelist. Thanks, Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, let's get back. Let's haul ass back to England. Oh yeah, we are going back around, I suppose just because, like, Brittany does stick out. Alright. Welcome to Milford Haven. Look at, what am I? Look at us. Alright, so where are we going first? We got a couple of cities to choose from. So that's Tewkesbury, which has got Rex fucking Raptor in it. And we've got Chester, which has Weevil Underwood. I could fight either of them. I should probably see what I'm packing in this deck before I commit to anything. Let's have a look. Whoa. And I can get new cards later, but at the moment I've got. Can I view them? Yes, I can. So, Crywell, can you do anything? Not yet. But yeah, you are a big demon boy. Got a fire dragon, wicked dragon of the Ursat's. I can't read that. With the Ursat's head? That's fun. I got two of those. Necrolancer the Time Lord. We got Doctor Who in here. That's great. Phantom Duan, Masked Sorcerer, Witch's Apprentice, Shadow Spectre. 2 Shadow Spectres. Fiend's Hand. Just got some gooey zombies. I'm fairly certain that the most recent Resident Evil had some gooey hands coming out of some goo. A Masked Clown, Unknown Warrior, Fiend, but not actually a fiend. Solitude is a fun name. I've got a Karibo! It's the guy from the... Karibo is the, it's a little mascot boy. If Yu-Gi-Oh! Had any mascot, it would be Karibo. King of Yamimakai! Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Big spiky lad. Karibo is cute. We just gotta look at Karibo for a bit. Aw, he's cute. King of Yamimakai. Barox. Another Barox. I mentioned Mazjin, and now we've got Mazjin. Gun. Dark Titan of Terror and all of his big heads. Ushioni. Big boy season. The Bistro Butcher I love that. I love the Bistro Butcher. We've got Neck Hunter, got another Neck Hunter. Wretched Ghost of the Attic, which is just, Karibo for edgelords. Yeah, we got some good evil. We've got a Mimic, we've got a man-eating treasure chest. This is just Dark Souls. 3-headed Guido. Everyone knows that Guido shot first. Air Eater, who is wind but eats air and so they're bad. Air Eater again. Cyber Commander. This is what people mean when they talk about cyberpunk. It's this guy. This guy has got, I think it's a rocket launcher for a head, but don't quote me on that. Mechanical Snail. John, I think I found your people. I think if you're still there, then please look upon my works ye mighty in despair. I like that. Got some mechanical snails, got a magical labyrinth. Yes, John is bringing out the snails. Hinotama, Call of the Haunted, Fiend Castle, Paralyzing Potion. I should remind myself of what that does. Renders all monsters other than machine eternally spellbound. Wow, jeez. So that's good if I just want to fuck everyone up, including myself. Eat Gaboon! Disposable trap that triggers against a monster with attack of 1500 or below and destroys it. I did wonder why they didn't mention, anything about, you know, trap cards, because trap cards are also a thing in this game. I assume they use similar rules to spell cards. That's what I've got to assume. Alright, let's see if we can get one game out of this. Let's see what we can do. Let's have a go. Hey Weevil. Hi Weevil Underwood. So, you're the legendary Rose Duelist. Prepare to face the sting of my insect deck. I will. We gotta go fight this guy. We gotta go fight this guy. We gotta go fight this guy. Let's see if I remember anything from that giant tutorial we just did. Here I am. Big guy. Big demon with sword. With glaive, really. What do I have? I got some creatures. And detail. What do you do? Spell binds an opponent for 3 turns when destroyed in battle. Okay, that's a good ability. All right, let's get you out here. Let's do this. End turn! Creature. What are they placing? Who knows? Ooh. Let's have a look. What else do I have? Remind me what you do. Okay. So that might be useful for finding out what something is. Oh, nope. That's one. I trust in my abilities. I think I can do this. I'm just getting away from whatever that is. Let's see what happens! They're just pushing themselves into the corner. That doesn't seem like a good idea. Oh shit. I was wrong! That's a big-ass flea! Wow, more fool me. And now we get to see the battle play out. I can technically skip these, and maybe later in the game I will, but look at that big fucking flea. So that's good. So that'll get spellbound and for a bit. Ugh, just stole. Yeah. Rest in peace, you. Are you an Andalite? Because that looks a bit like a big blue centaur. That's an Andalite to me. Look at this happy flea. I hate you. 450, but I've paralysed that creature for a bit. Okay, cool. So I can think about what I want to do about the big flea in the meantime. I should probably put something... no, I don't want to move. I want to summon. Currently don't have... That was the wrong move. Oh. Wow, okay. It's not going so hot, but that's okay. I'm just getting out some schmutz. They'll take as long as they take around here, you know? Okay, give me something that isn't Garbo. What's your effect? Tell me all about it. Okay. Yeah, alright. Listen. I'll take it. I'll take it. Psst, psst, psst. Come over here in 3 turns. that does anything. Summon a guy over here. Don't have anything at the moment that can actually defend against that. So I guess we're playing very defensively today, which is probably not good, but. Let's see what we can do. Wait, before I do that, cancel. Let me see your details again. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I do indeed want to place you directly in the path of this, so it can't come and get me. Man, this is not filling me with confidence or joy. Alright. Big man-eating purse at the moment. Show me what you got! That flea is gonna move again, right? Go on. Yes! I take it. Oh shit. What is that? Oh my god, it's a beetle. That's a beautiful animal, but also ah! Quagga Hercules. It's come to eat me. If I could run an insect deck in this game, I would, because that was the kind of deck that I used to run when I actually played real Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, so that big beetle is cause for concern. Yeah, that's bad for me, actually. That's a lot of life points to be losing. I'm currently eating shit. That's fine, probably. Man, nothing I have out at the moment is gonna be able to tank this. Yes. Give me... Come on, give me anything. Really? It's just giving me snails. And you know I love snails, but I really need things to not be going like this. I'm being hit by the luck demons. Which makes sense, because I am playing as a demon. Oh, Karibo, you're about to get absolutely trounced, but hopefully it should protect me for a turn. Wow. Poor buddy didn't stand a chance. Luckily, there isn't really a cost to losing in this game. I would say probably not, John, because the thing that we're doing is at 5:45, so I need to head straight to Truro, pick you up, and then head straight there. Come on, give me something to summon here. What do you do? That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Shit. But that reminds me, that's a mechanic I haven't been using. Okay. There's a fusion mechanic in this game, but it's weird. And the tutorial didn't go over it at all. But it's to do with, like, you can summon more powerful monsters by, I need something big and scary. I'm being murdered. I can skip this. I'm gonna start skipping them just because it's taking a while. The stream's gone on for like I think half of the stream has been hello. Oh my god, how many of those bloody beetles do you have? I'm in danger. I'm about to lose. Aha! We're in the wastelands. I do like that the snail has arms and legs. I'm in danger! Okay, let me think smartly about this. There's beetles on either side, huh? Give me something that will actually do something about... hello? Oh, right, that works. That's a card that works better when... Do you know what? I sometimes you got to accept defeat, and it's when you're being chased by two big beetles. I know, this is a real shame. I've got to... Let's play around a bit and practice. I'm sure it'll work out if I just remember how the fusion effect works. I win, you lose, I'm good, you stink. Basic insect. It's a nice insect. I like the insects. I feel like that Weave Wonderwood isn't a good representation of insects. Alright. Show me what's happening. Oh, Cyber Commander. While this card is face up in the defense position, the strength of all your machine monsters are increased by 300 bonus points. Okay. And you are Sparks. Inflict 50 points of damage to opponent's life points. That's just like, if I want to be petty. Can't summon Air Eater yet, but I might as well do. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button. All the music in this game is like fairly inoffensive and pleasant, I find. can't summon you yet, but I'm looking at you. Do I think managing treasure chests has got this? No, I absolutely don't. I probably shouldn't move closer to the opponent, but, you know, don't worry about it. Now what I really need is some machines to appear now. I need some machines. Okay, let's have a look. I still get dunked on. Alright. They put me in a crystal. I hate to see it. Little scorpion happy dancers. How nice. Oh, it's because it's a giant scorpion of the tundra. It's an ice boy. It's a nice boy. Alright, well we're getting the hell out of Dodge. Do we have anything that can... What do you do? I know what you do, but what about you? Yes! A dunk. Get out of here! Shoo! Big ball of hands! Get him! It's almost got behelit qualities. Is that how you say that word? You know what I mean. Grab him! Slap him! Doesn't do nothing to him, but that's fine. It's just to get him to come and look at me. Probably smarter ways of doing that, but I got eager. I wanted to do a kill. I love to do a kill. Anyway. Ouch. But also, get fucked. Gun! Yes. Sometimes you just gotta blast them with energy beams. Let me think about what I want to do here. Okay, let's be petty. Take this! Shit! Spit at you. Let's shuffle back a bit, I think. I'm not doing the thing I said I'd do. can summon one of my big beasties. I might as well find out what this is. Hopefully it's something I can destroy. Oh, I did destroy it. Hooray! That's good. The only thing I'm worried about is I remember having a deck like this as a kid. There was a specific... Hello? Hi! Kamakiri man, I do like your design, even though you are killing me now. Look at this. This is a good design. This is a big beetle. It's not a big beetle, it's a big mantis. The only part that I think stands to be improved upon is he doesn't have hands on the end of his stabbers. Anyway. Could be worse. Could be better, but could be worse. Come and try it, buddy. Hello? Ooh, I think so. I think so. Do they have to be face up? Let's find out. Right, let's have a go. I want to see. Let's. Do you want to? Come to think of it, did I leave myself open? Yeah, fucking try it, why don't you? Oh, come on, what? Didn't I just have a card that says increase the power of fiends by 500 points? What gives? Air Eater, no! Air Eater. What happened to you, buddy? I thought you had 500... What do you call it? It's fine, I have a second Air Eater. Are you a fiend as well? You're also a fiend. Alright, let's try this. This game isn't easy, but it is... Haha, I got you to think about your actions. Oh! Block attack? What? Anyway. Summon something here. You know, stay there for a second. I want to see if I can't combine these two. Let's have a go. Because I would like... I kind of need some bigger monsters on the field, and I think I'm wasting my chance by having shenanigans going on. Oh, my castle. It got castled. Alright, let's see what we can make. Let's remember. Let's remember. Is this gonna work? Maybe? Let's try it. Come on, guys. You can do it. Come on, you guys. No! I don't know how to do it. I'll have to remind myself how to do it. dragon? Oh, I know. If I put Shadow Spectre down here. Because I know Shadow Spectre combines with some stuff. They're still gonna get killed if I do that. Nope. There we go. No? Oh. There we go. I think you're about to get killed anyway. Go! Do a thing! I'm gonna have to remind myself. I actually have a manual here, so I'm gonna double check what the fusion conditions are. It's not like, it's different to, uh-oh, yeah, he's dead. Well, while they're getting killed, he's getting sliced. I probably could have used that time to figure out what was going on with his head, but I didn't. Oh no, he's got a head. They've got a lot of things going on, huh? Don't remember. Am I about to do a terrible thing? Maybe. We gotta try though. Power increases. I need you guys to... No! I need you to not do that. I need you to fuse into something else. Come on. Fuse, fuse, fuse. I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember how to do it, but I did figure out how to do it at some point, and now I have really just the one okay card on the battlefield. It's fine. I'll be fine. I won't be fine. I'm still dying. Can Rambler achieve a successful fusion? Yes, run away. Go over there. Don't talk to me. Yep. I mean, I've got to try. No. I don't remember how to do this. There's ways of doing this, though. At least this is something I used to be able to do with the deck that I have. Oh shit, I'm about to get... Ah! We're in June! Dungeon worm! June worm. Anyway, looks like my heir was the one that got 8. Hate to see it. I think my goose may be cooked a little bit, again. Out of here! I don't know. I'm probably gonna... I need to surrender from this one as well. I'm gonna... The manual didn't help me. let's see if I can't find what it actually says about fusion. Get spellbound. Haha. Duelists of the Roses fusion. Fusions. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's dead. Oh, this is a badly formatted website. I have to go to a different website. Look at that big worm. Look at how happy it is. It's not going to be happy as soon as it finds out that I'm... That's great. I need to... Let's see. Fusions, because I know it's specific cards. I need to double check against my own. Yeah, they're Fort Knox over there. Because I am Crywell. Starter deck fusions. Okay. Wow. That hasn't helped. Alright. You go over there, I guess. I'm moving over here. Like, at least I don't have to worry about that thing for a second, but it's still like, ugh. Let's just go on the offensive, why not? You know? I might as well. Oh! Ah, Spiderman! A man spider. Oh man! Really? I'm noticing that there's a very distinct attack problem with my deck. It doesn't fill me with joy or confidence. I've taken off 50 life points from this guy. Before I do that, something else to be ritually sacrificed. Is that another... What are you? Okay, cool. That's nice. I don't think that's going to help. Fuck it, let's try it. Fiend, dragon? Dragon and fiend? No. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Oh, I could actually attack you though, so... Go on, try and attack me, see where it gets you. Yeah! Fucking try it! I'm very mature. I'll surrender to this one in a second. I'm just, you know, it's like you're just playing around with the mechanics, making sure that things actually happen the way you need them to. Anyway, you get your butt kicked. Huh. anything with like dragon plus fiend? Got fiend. Fiend, fiend. I feel like there's probably other... I think I'm gonna surrender just because I haven't learned as much as I would hope from an hour-long tutorial. I lose again, and I assume Weevil will have some words to say about that. Let's see. Yes. Alright, well. Save my progress. Thanks. It's my progress is I lost. That's okay. Alrighty. Did it! Cool. Yes, goodbye. Thank you very much everyone for coming along. That was a lot more narration than I expected, I'll be honest. But sometimes it's just how it happens. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna do any like raid organization today just because I have to go like right now. So have a lovely weekend. I'll be back next Thursday with more Super Mario 64, and then I'll be back on Saturday with even more Yu-Gi-Oh! It'll be fun. I don't have to read anymore. It's great. Goodbye.